How's everybody doing out there? Checking my levels and my settings. And whoever hit that like already, I really appreciate that. Thank you guys, thank you. And ladies. Yeah, I'm just finding out about it, and apparently they do update on their Twitter a lot. There's starting to be a little bit of buzz about it, and I did some more research today, and I've got it all in one browser. In the link to the video, or I'm sorry, in the description of the video, I took the time to put every piece of information that I've found so far in the video. So that you can go back and refer to it or look, do your own research. This is all about researching the project. I'm not necessarily endorsing the project. I just want to see what everybody's opinions are on the project. What do they think about it? Is it a cool idea? That's my goal with the channel, is for everybody to come together in one place and talk about one specific thing. Pros and cons. There are pros to it. There are also cons to it, and I will discuss some of those cons. There's reviews out there that I wouldn't say that they're unfavorable, but they're just kind of like, middle of the road. And we got to be careful on these ICOs. A lot of people got burned in 2017. Yeah, I've got a couple clips of what they plan on doing, and then I found a couple videos where somebody said, he brought up a good point about where we're at, or where it's at, as opposed to where it's supposed to be at. So, like I said, I'm going to hit some pros and hit some cons. I'm going to throw what I've found so far out there to you. I didn't go straight to Moonboy stuff or straight to, oh, this is crap stuff. I just want to do an objective approach to it, and with participation from the community, kind of get an idea what everybody else is thinking also. And in full disclosure, yes, I did go ahead and put $200 into it, but use the golden rule. If you only invest money that you're willing to lose. Well, there's more than just Binance, and that's another thing. It's not solely dependent upon Binance. That's the beauty of this particular project. And so many projects, you know, it's only the Binance chain or it's only the ETH chain, and this is chain agnostic. It can go to any chain. So my personal opinion is I do think it will be huge in a few years. So am I willing to risk, you know, a couple $100 to potentially make a few thousand or whatever, whatever it may end up being? And there's a, you know, I'm already seeing confusion over to what it is. You know, a lot of people think it's only going to go to $1 because Bidao is a stable coin. It's not stable coin. So we're gonna dive deeper into it here in a few. Like I said, I'm just got the music playing right now to let people kind of file in if they want to file in. And what I found is even when there's not many people in a YouTube, actually the videos are getting pretty good hits. People, when they have time, go back and look at them. And it is a midday Saturday. Some people might be out enjoying the Saturday since they can get out of lockdown. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I got my drink, got everything here in front of me. I'm gonna drop this music down really low. Alrighty. Man, what WTF is FOMO? Yeah. FOMO, fear of missing out. So let's see what we got in the comments real quick, and then I'll jump into it. We adjusted Wesley's concerns, and once again, thank everybody for showing up. I'm seeing some new names: Wesley, that crackpot, Crypto. I know you. We were just talking a few minutes ago. Hey Wesley, you want to know a secret about FOMO? It's a little saying I came up. FOMO will lead to FORO. FOMO will lead to FORO. Fear of running out. You FOMO into stuff, you will end up into the fear of running out of money. So that's why it's important to do things like this and do research. think that when stabilized around $1 to $10, depending on how many get burned. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the burning of it also, and that ties into one of the other videos that I found. And I'm gonna, you know, at the end of it, what I plan on doing is allowing those videos to kind of play towards the end. Yeah, different projects will excite different people. Yeah, DeFi is the up and coming thing though. So, all right. Let's drop this photo off the screen. Bidao chain, what is it, and what's going on with it, things of that nature. So the Bidao chain, or Bidao, what is Bidao? The abbreviation for Bidao is BID, BID. It's part of 3 different coins that work together. Well, there's a reason to be happy with the Chainlink side of it. It's a project involving 3 different coins. It's one of the 3. The 3 different coins are BNB, which is the Binance coin, which I haven't researched that a whole lot. I just see the money that it has made whenever it went onto exchanges and trading. Sorry, there's BID. There's BNB, and there's also God, I can't remember the coin, but we'll see it here in a few minutes. But what it is Bidao is the coin that is the governance coin of the other coins. BNB is used just like Tether is used now with the Maker DAI system. So BID or Bidao is used just like Maker. This is going to be on the Binance chain and many other chains, the coin that is like Maker. BNB will be used like Tether is used. And the DAO, yeah, that's it. I couldn't remember. I knew what it was, but I couldn't remember the 3 digits. And Bai is the stable coin portion of it. And that's my understanding. And I have, that's why I have everything up here on the screen. You can see I have many tabs here to go through. I have, just real quick, I have the white paper. And we're gonna, actually it was right there. I also have a review done by CoinBureau. I have another ICO review there, a couple ratings that were done, and a few different YouTubes where there's some decent information. And like I said, everything is located down in the description below, or should be. I don't know how to do links up to the top of the screen or any of that yet. This is only, I think, my 7th video, something like that. So I'm trying to learn all that stuff. So yeah, the main screen you come to, you can see that the staking power, it's talking about 30% staking power, and then the staking power drops to 3% after ICO. Now, when the ICO ends, I don't know, but I assume, or I think, that it's when this bar gets all the way up to here. Page 7, you never understood Maker and DAI. All right, then I'll go to it whenever we get to, whenever I get over to the white paper, and maybe we can figure that out, you know, with having multiple heads in here. So, as far as the projects that have joined the ecosystem, Tron plus Bidao. So now Bidao is going to be on the Tron ecosystem. It's going to be on the Chainlink ecosystem. It's going to be on the Ontology ecosystem and on the Teller ecosystem. And I actually heard about Bidao a while back, and I don't think I left Data Dash's video up here, but I did put it in the link below, and that's when I heard about it about 6 months ago. And I kind of blew it off, you know, because it was just another ICO. Also, ICOs are not available to US citizens. Now, with that being said, a lot of ICOs KYC you. There is no KYC whenever you go to purchase some Bidao. And then of course, there's the Binance Chain portion of it and the Qtum portion of it. You never understood Make or Die, not this project. Yeah. The only reason I understand Make or Die was, to be honest with you, I did it on the Coinbase Learn. And got some, I think I got some free, I got something free. But it was kind of a basic overview of the Make or Die. But the way that all these projects work is whenever you have the coins, you have to get a coin that is pegged to $1 for there to be a stable coin. And you have to, for that coin to equal $1, it has to have something backing it up. You know, like the US currency should have gold backing it up, but it doesn't. That's why they can just print it to infinity. Same thing with Tether. There is supposed to be $1 or a certain amount of dollars there backing up all the Tether that they keep printing. Do I believe that it's there? No. And that's another issue that this project actually addresses. It's to be totally open so that you can see how much BNB is backing up the DAI that's out there. And my understanding also, and I could be wrong, I wanted to go through the white paper and highlight certain areas, but I ran out of time and I just wanted to go ahead and get the stream going. My understanding is what the BID token does is govern the stable coin based on the amount of BNB that is or is not out there, to govern it to $1. True. Could be something for me to look deeper into. All right. So whenever you come to the Bidao screen, it will have all the information on the main screen here. Has his TED Talk. Actually, I didn't even look at this one, but apparently he won this Apple scholarship 3 times in a row. Yeah, and people still, actually, all those 3 that you talk about, I think that they shift off of the dollar just a little bit, like 1/10 of a cent or so. And people make money that way, just like when they're trading Forex. But Bidao is aiming to be a decentralized finance token. So you can see that there's the trustless USD stablecoin, and when they say trustless, I believe that's because you can go in and look at it. BNB, it's using BNB as the collateral for loans, and you can stake your Bidao token and earn passive income by staking the BID. And that's pretty much their main webpage. If you wanted to get the token, it is super simple. To get the token, you click on Get Token, you type in a username, you type in your email, you type in your password, and then you're in. I'm not going to go into mine at this point, but like I said, in full disclosure, currently I've only gotten $200 worth of it. It does make some money daily. It is staking at 30% APR currently, which I think when I did the math, it's a little, yeah. Whenever I did the math, I think it comes out to somewhere a little less than 0.8% a day or something of that nature. I know of people that are putting thousands in it. I know of people that's putting hundreds in it. I know of people that's putting millions into it. Could it be a big pump and dump? Yes, absolutely. So let's go back right here. But as soon as you're in there, you can buy it with a wire transfer. You can buy it with ETH. You can buy it with Bitcoin. You can buy it with XRP. You can buy it with Monero. And I think those are the only options that you can buy it with. And all you do is transfer it from your wallet to the QR code address that is inside of here. And it works right away. Shows you your balance, shows you what you're staking, and has a running tab there. And you, in some of the videos, you'll be able to see that information, how it looks. Some of the other people that have put their information out there on the net. So I'm going to go through and kind of glance through this white paper real quick, but I'm not going to go through all 19 pages of it. But there is a link to the white paper down below if you want to come in and read the white paper and see what all is going on. But it's the Binance chain is the settlement layer. The Bidao chain talks about the Bidao clients, the 3 token architecture. Why the fundraising? At least they put that out there. And speaking of the why the financing, from what I understand, they want to raise about $195 million. Or 195 billion. I think it's 195 million. If all the tokens do not get sold, they will burn whatever tokens do not get sold. And that brought up a question for me, and I haven't found the answer on that yet. Or actually, I'm sorry. Once the 195 million tokens are sold, hey, thank you, Crypto Loco. I appreciate it, man. Once the 195 million tokens are sold, if they are not sold by the end date of the ICO, or what they planned on being the end, then the ICO will be over. Whoever just subscribed, I don't have that up on my main screen. I think I need to change that so I can, but it should pop up in the video here in a moment. Oh, Crypto Loco, I thought you were already a subscriber, brother. So where was that? Once the 195 million tokens are sold, or it's more than 195 million tokens because they want 195 million dollars. But once all the tokens are sold, then at that point they are going to end the ICO. If all of them are not sold, they will burn any of the unsold tokens. So it can't get oversold, is my understanding. So it can't, before the ICO is over, it cannot go beneath a penny. Right now it is worth 1 cent USD. For me, that was a plus, because you could lose all your money if it goes to 0. You could lose half your money if it goes down to half a cent. But as opposed to some of the tokens that do ICOs at 20 cents and 30 cents and 50 cents or $1, that's a lot more room to get to 0. This one don't have much room to get to 0. So to me, and that was also brought up in some other videos, to me, if it goes up to 10 cents or to $1 or higher, there's way more upside potential than there is downside potential. And once again, this is my thoughts. If I say anything and anybody disagrees with anything that I say, just throw it out in the chat comments. So why is a fundraiser needed? Distribution of the bid tokens after the fundraiser. They sit here and they go through and tell you what their plans are to do. And in doing my research of the tokens, some of the old videos, whenever they said that it was their plan to do X, Y, and Z, like one of the videos was from back in December, 4 months ago, that they planned to be on the Binance chain, or they planned to get other blockchain supports. They've already done that. It's been 4 months and they've done it. So when a project says they plan to do something and then they do something, to me that's a sign that they're trying. So what is Bidao? Bidao is a new blockchain system that creates a trustless stablecoin and a new decentralized financial tool that allows leverage trading in a trustless setup. Moreover, Bidao is a one-stop shop for DeFi applications. There has been major problems in the DeFi space. I've heard of people that had their money in specific DeFis and were using loans and then ended up getting liquidated. We've all heard about the DeFi hacks that have happened. The fix to those DeFi hacks is actually Chainlink. So whenever I saw the partnership with this and Chainlink, that told me that they're trying to do things right. And from what I understand about Chainlink and it being an oracle, it can help prevent problems. The problem at the moment, there is no trustless stablecoin that is blockchain agnostic. And by blockchain agnostic, it means that it can go to the Bitcoin chain, it can go to the ETH chain. When Cardano comes mainnet, it could go to the Cardano chain. So having one token that can be used across every single chain, I think is a great thing. Instead of having to convert something to this to do this over here, anything that simplifies this process for everybody, I personally believe that it has some promises. Let's see. It's blockchain agnostic and allows different crypto assets as collaterals. The only similar system is MakerDAO, and MakerDAO is completely dependent on the ETH blockchain, and therefore not able to interact frictionless with other crypto assets. The decentralized finance market is growing each day, and users look forward to new tools that can be used in the new decentralized finance world. So then they talk about the solution, fundraising. To finance the implementation and marketing of the Bidao platform, a fundraise will be conducted. During fundraising, the BID token will be sold. The BID token is a BEP2 compliant token that is running on the Binance blockchain. Then there's some marketing analysis. There's some technology that's in here, but the white paper does have a lot of good information in here. This may be a continuing video, so based on the comments that happen off of this video and questions that people have, I may dive deeper into a specific section that somebody didn't understand so that I personally can also understand it better. So the stability of the mechanism of buy, as I said, BID is the governance and the staking. So that's going to be your equivalent of your dollar. BNB is your collateral. So this is what's going to back up this dollar. We all know that BNB is worth way more than $1. And I'm sure down here it tells you the market value is one by greater than less than. Pretty sure it tells you how much BNB it's going to take to back up an individual bid. And like I said, buy is it's saying buy is the, oh, that's right. Bid is, I thought it was backwards. Bid is what we're talking about. It's the governance and staking. Buy is like your $1 US. This is your collateral. So this is where you stake it. This is what governs what happens between these two, whether they have to pull some out and put some in. Well, as far as checking about that, these are tweets from Justin Sun, from Chainlink, from Ontology, from Teller, from Binance, from Qtum. So they are tweeting about this particular product on their own tweets. It's not, these tweets did not come from Binance Chain or from Buy or from Bid. They came from these individual tweets came from the individual chains saying that they have partnered up with this particular product. And that to me is what kind of triggered thing to make me think about it and to risk a little bit on it. Oh, all of the partnerships that they mentioned. I don't know what other partnerships that they have or haven't mentioned, but I do know that from what I can tell, they are pursuing other chains. Like I said, I'm just getting into the research portion of this, and I was willing to risk, a couple $100, and I might even go up as far as $1,000. But I don't know that I'm comfortable risking $10,000 or $1 million or any of that nature. However, some people have, so we'll see. So it gets into all the technicals or whatever, but I'm just gonna hit some of the picture stuff. So the target price is 1 USD. The governance token would have to increase the stability fee or decrease the stability fee if it's not at $1. Just because it's common for companies to mention every man and his dog like Chainlink, and despite having credibility. Well, I guess you can say you can use the XRP model, where XRP has tons of partnerships, but it hasn't went anywhere. I mean, what's XRP got? 300 partnerships. I totally get that, and that's why I'm doing this live stream. But ramifications, because at each chain they will have different collateral. I would guess that is going to be the case. So let's see if there's anything else that just kind of pops out as I pop through here. They talk about why is the fundraising needed, create CDP, generate buy from the collateralized CDP, want to withdraw, pay the debt and stability fee, withdraw collateral, and distribution of bid tokens after the fundraise. So they do tell you where it's going to be. Yeah, I'm not, by all means, I'm not a moon boy on this at all. But with that being said, I do own some XRP. So you have your stuff that's just in case, and that's the way you should invest into, in my opinion. That's the way you should, if you decide and are allowed or able to invest in this, you should invest just in case money. Just in case I lose it all, or just in case I make something off of it. Yeah, and it's all speculative. It's the power that the coin could have, not necessarily what does it have. We don't know. It hasn't released. But this is also something that kind of caught my eye on the token sale. 75% of all bid tokens will be sold during the token sale. This guarantees that there are no big entities that control most of the bid in circulation. Going back to XRP. XRP's little 5 million or 5 billion XRP dumps all the time because they didn't sell all their tokens. So now it's all held by Ripple, and Ripple drops the coins on the market whenever they feel like it, or whenever they need money to do marketing or do whatever. So that right there is something that caught my eye also. 5% of the bid tokens will be held by the founders. So they don't even have controlling interest in their own company technically. Now, if there's 4 founders and each one of them, or 5 founders and each one of them's got 1% of the tokens, that's still a lot of tokens. Yeah, I mean, I think everything's going to grow over time. But I'm looking at crypto for 20-year perspectives personally. Every time you go, yeah, they drop 1 billion. Yeah. Yeah, and they got developer bounties. They got marketing bounties. Then their advisory board. Okay. So how is the fundraiser structured? Now here is the first red flag. Okay. This is the first red flag. We are currently in Q2 of 2020. Okay. the staking should be at 20%, but it's still at 30%. And I don't know why this is this way. So it looked like what they planned on was in Q3 of 2019 that the staking was going to be at 50%. Currently, the staking is at 30%. I'm getting 30%. I just bought it, I think, a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So the staking, I don't know if that whenever this number of tokens got sold or this number of tokens got sold, if that's the triggers for the staking to go down. I don't know if that by phase 5 of 2020, this 1,000 million tokens, when that comes out, if that's the signal to be the end of the ICO. I don't know that there is a hard date for the ICO to end. So that kind of conflicts with what they say about them burning the tokens that don't get sold. I have not yet found a hard date when the ICO will end and when they start actually doing it. So that's one of the first red flags that's out there to me on this particular project is we are actually in Q2. Staking should be at 10%. Or did they just continue the 30% staking and are still selling through all these tokens? I don't know. So how to power stake? You just have to keep your bid tokens in your wallet without transferring them. The only wallet that you can keep them in at this time, and I don't know if this will change in the future or how it will change. The only wallet that you can keep them in right now is the wallet that is in this website once you say you want to get the token. And once you buy into the ICO, okay, until all of this is opened up and released, that money is locked in place. You cannot get it out. That is another reason not to invest money that you may need tomorrow. Do not invest your rent money. Do not invest your mortgage money. Do not invest any. If you were going to invest any type of money, if you have a certain amount of money that you would go to a poker table and sit down and you don't care if you lose it, that's the type of money that you invest in something like this. Or if your vice is the dog track or sports betting or something like that, the casinos, somewhere where you can lose money, that is the type money that you would put in this. Or let's say you get a good hit on Bitcoin and you make some good profits. That's money that you didn't have or don't have, or that you earned that didn't cost you anything. Maybe you want to stake some of that money. And that's what happens in bull markets. As people take profits, they send the profits over into various projects and ICOs. And this is going to be a long live stream, guys. I hate to tell you all that, but I do expect it to be kind of long. Maybe this one I might even timestamp for the first time. So that's how you power stake. Wow, that's a whole page on the white page. So this white page has a whole white page, so it's only 18 pages. Then there's a list of the figures, whatever that is, and then their references. So really, if you wanted to sit down and read the whole white page and highlight it out and try to figure it out, it's not that long of a white page as far as their plan. Or if you want to read the white page and then say, okay, what have they done as far as what's on the white page? They said that if they sell the 1.9 billion before they release, they would put down the staking percentage. They commented on Telegram that October would be on exchange. If I'm not, I have some information on exchanges, but I don't know that it has any date. And I haven't followed them on Telegram at all. I don't really read a lot of stuff on Telegram or Reddit or any of that stuff, because sometimes you'll get hype and you'll get FUD. It's almost like there's not anything right in the center. You think the stake power is the fact that when you bought to favor. Yeah. And you know, there one video that I have linked, or not, actually I don't have this one linked. This gentleman believes that, you know, people that staked at 30% or 50%, that as soon as it releases on an exchange, and as soon as you can get it out of there, any money that they've made while they were staking it, they're going to go ahead and dump those monies anyway and make some profit. So here's a review by CoinBureau, and they go through and they talk, you know, is Bai just another DAI? And there's been other companies that have tried to just make another DAI. I want to say, I can't remember off the top of my head. If somebody could help me, was Stellar supposed to be kind of like, didn't they have just another DAI? There was one other one that was out there. Leslie, that's your plan, huh? Hey, by all means, take your profits. If it pops up to 10 cents and you want to stake whatever you've made, keep the investment, go ahead. My personal intention is to hold on to it for a very long time. Like I said, I'm looking 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. This is my first quote unquote hodl bag. I will hold on to this till it's either zero or a hero. I mean, I'll put it this way: if this token is supposed to replace or compete with Maker DAI, and this token is the equivalent of Maker, you almost can't buy Maker anymore. People don't want to get rid of it. But each Maker token is worth 400 and change, I think 420s or something like that, a piece. Now, do I think that this is ever going to get to 428? Probably not. However, if it did, even off $200, you would be filthy rich in USD dollar value. Really, really and truly, if you had $1,000 in this particular project, and if it went to 10 cents and stabilized at 10 cents, I do believe that's $1 million in earnings off of 1,000. So I'm willing to risk $1,000 that I could lose. I mean, I've lost that much on a poker table before. Yeah, Maker, exactly. So why not take that risk? You know, like I said, I was just getting ready to say, I've lost $1,000 on a poker table in 10 or 15 minutes before. So it's no big deal to me. Is Bai another DAI? In this, I'm not going to go through everything that's on here. The link is down below. What their review was, what they thought about it, the descriptions, stuff from the white papers. But here's the importance of Chainlink. In order to maintain security when reaching consensus, blockchains are only capable of using already stored on the blockchain, or data already stored on the blockchain to process computations. Of course, a blockchain could be made far more effective and useful when it's able to access and use data in systems that aren't part of the network, also called off-chain resources. This is the biggest problem with current DeFi. Blockchains have gotten around the security concerns using off-chain data through the use of digital agents known as oracles. These oracles can connect with off-chain systems or data and pull it into a smart contract and/or execute actions in and outside the system, or in the outside system, based on instructions coded in the smart contract. In order for the oracles to perform correctly, it is necessary for both external data and the delivery of that data to be as secure and as reliable as the blockchain itself. This is huge to me. Okay? So then they go through talking about Chainlink and the way that Chainlink is going to tie into this and how that information is going to work. And it talks about the coin offering. We just kind of went through that. Talks about the staking rewards. Talks about the technology stack. So it's yet another place where somebody else is looking at it from the outside to the inside. Okay, talks about the Bidao team. And there's a video, I believe, with this gentleman, TED Talk, that I have linked in the description below. There's also a video with an interview. I can't remember. I do believe it's him. So I'll show you that. It could be a lot of money made off this asset, but I'm not saying it's going to happen. Here is a review from CryptoPaz about an ICO review, and something that caught me on this particular review. It has been a while since we've done any ICO reviews, not because ICOs are not happening, but because good ones have mostly been taking place behind the closed doors and giving access to high net worth individuals. This is primarily because the SEC has been cracking down on ICOs offered without its blessings. Introspective of the reasons, the whole spirit of cryptocurrencies being equalizers of economic disparity has been taking a backseat, with many ICOs turning out to be scams, and the rest with fear of being cracked down on by the SEC and the like. Today we are going to look at a new ICO that is currently underway, Bidao Chain. So this particular company kind of said, we just stopped looking at ICOs. There's too many issues with them, but it caught their eye also, as far as the reviews go. This is starting to get a lot of buzz. So could it be a buy the hype and sell the news type information? Are we still in the hype, or is all this just news? I still think we're kind of in the hype area of it. I'm gonna look at chat here real quick and yeah, Wesley, that's the same I'm still the same thing, is that Maker has only ETH, and that Bidao, that this can go, it's not just going to be bid and BNB. Yes, that's where it's going to start, but it'll be bid and whatever the native token is for Tron, or whatever the native token is for all of those other networks that it listed, or if it moves over to the Cardano network when Cardano drops here before long. So it just the fact that everybody's been screaming for stuff that can go across all blockchains. They're taking Bitcoin and wrapping it, and I don't totally understand that process, but I kind of have heard issues with that also. As a matter of fact, I think one of the DeFi hacks involved either a ETH wrapped or a gold wrapped Bitcoin. Could be a lot of money. Maker really exploded in the last 2 months. A lot of profits on that one. And to be honest with you, I kind of I don't even watch Maker. I know it's out there, and I know it's like gold. So, it could be, if I could, I don't know. I'll leave that one alone. Must admit, I put 250 euros just for the whole LOLs. Yeah, that's all it is. It is like a bet, instead of spending $1,200 on a set of tires, go spend $1,000 on a set of tires and throw some in it if you want to. So then, I kind of found this, and they don't give information on how they come up with their rankings. So this was my concern. I would call this a yellow flag, not necessarily a red flag. A red flag, I would say, if it's beneath 2 stars or at 2.5 stars. Their review is 3.30 stars out of 5. Well, there's the ICO bench. Okay. What's this do? I didn't look at that before. Projects published. Okay. I didn't even know that was there. I was hoping they showed me how they rate it. But it tells you about the symbol. It tells you about the category. It started September 6th. Right here, it is saying the end date is 30 November of 2020. We'll see. We've heard of end dates on projects before, so it will see. But that goes back to what somebody else was saying about it going on Binance chain later in the year, or being traded on Binance. So once again, they don't give you a lot of information, but there is a link to this down in the description of this video. And also this one right here gave it a 3.5 rating, and it does have a countdown timer. It does tell you the number, but it doesn't tell you how they got to their rating. So this was kind of information. This was kind of information I just wanted to put out there. If somebody else could find more information or dive deeper into it. This video is from DIY Investing. DIY, he's a moon boy. He is a crypto moon boy. But even him being a moon boy, he generally doesn't invest into ICOs. There is a link to his video below, and he does lay out a compelling case as to why he went ahead and invested. And he does show you on his video that he has bought $10,000 worth of it. And in this video, you can see right here, this is your wallet, and right now you cannot send it out. It is deactivated during the ICO, but right now he's currently earning $7.76 a day, or 775 bid a day, with the $10,000 or the $9,000. We'll just round it to $10,000. So if you extrapolated that information, and let's say you put $1,000 in it, then you would be earning in the neighborhood of 70 to 75 bid a day additional at the 30% staking power. And once again, there is a link down below if you want to view this video. And what I did do is, in the videos that I did link, I did put what time frames to watch those videos, so that if you just want to go and get the meat of the video and see what information that I've found, you can. So all you have to do, actually I don't have my channel up. If you just scroll down to the description, I want to say this one was like at 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Where's it at? Let's see. Yeah, 335, 339. I did tell you just to go to 339 on his video to get what his thoughts and opinions were on it. This is one of the few interviews that I've found on this project where Mr. Kristof John, I wouldn't say put in 1K now. I am giving you the resources that I have found. I would encourage you, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a Google search, a live Google search in this video. There are people talking negative about it. You have to weigh that for yourself. But this particular video right here is with Mr. Kristof and with the CTO. I think he's the CTO. And he really, this was from December 14th. And almost everything that he talked about in this video, they have accomplished. Except for it opening up in the chain. But Mr. Kristof does ask some good questions of him. So you can compare where they were in December, what their project stands for, has anything changed. But this is, like I said, this is the only video that I've found so far where it's actually an interview of a YouTuber interviewing him. I'm sure there's more out there, but I didn't do a real deep search. And if people want to know more about this, I'll search even deeper on it. It's just all about the comments that pop up on the video. Now, on this particular video, I'm going to get quiet, and I am going to turn the volume up. This was another YouTuber out there. I don't know how many viewers he has, but I think he brought up some decent points, and I just kind of want to let his little 4-minute clip play, so that, and you'll hear that it's something that I brought up in this one. But basically, this came out on their Twitter, where he's talking about what happens to the Bidao coins. They burn it, and I do believe that that this gentleman kind of put it better than I could have, just going through things. So let's see. I don't even know if y'all can hear the music, but I'm gonna kill whatever music I have so I can turn YouTube up. And let's see, let me go to my OBS software real quick, and I want to turn this volume up so y'all will be able to hear it.
That have not been sold. Well, the answer is pretty simple. All the tokens that will not be sold, they will indeed be burned. Yeah, they will be burned. Let's see. Oh, that was quick. Let's put the token in there, and that is what will happen with the remaining tokens.
Now, my only issue with this is we're still at 30%, and the ICO is just about over. And if we go to the white paper, you will see token distribution, 75% is basically going to be in the ICO. 5% goes to founders, 5% goes to developer bounties, 13% go to marketing bounties, and 2% go to the advisory board. So a lot of the tokens will be in the hands of the people. But we scroll down a little bit. Okay, it's 5 different phases of the token sale. Q3, 100 million, Q4, 150 million, Q1, 200 million, Q2, 500 million, Q3, 1,000 million. So we're already in Q2. Staking should be at 10%. We're still at 30% staking. Now, does that mean they only sold 250 million tokens? If that's so, then this token could actually go a lot higher than what a lot of people are projecting, for the simple fact that it won't be 1.95 billion. It will be something more or less than 500 million, which could be a great thing. On the flip side, this can actually go tail end up. My staking here has been running pretty well. Look, your staking node is online. I've been getting about 47 of these bid tokens a day, and when I started out with about $549. Since then, I've probably made about a little over $4 in staking, and that's at the price of 1 cent. So I'm not going to add any more to this. I'm simply just going to ride it out. Now, the reason why I showed you that video is because if they're going to burn these tokens, that means the majority of these tokens will probably be hot for that $1 mark, because I feel like it can hit it a lot faster if they have half of the supply than they initially projected to sell. This is the founder of Bidao saying what is going to happen with the token. Granted,
So he talks about it hitting that $1 mark in his video, and I think that's why I said something about the confusion. As far as the confusion goes, this token's not capped at $1, but hell, if it goes from 1 cent to $1, what is that? That's 10,000x. Correct me if I'm wrong on that math. But this video is also linked down in the description below, so that you can see the rest of it. Or if not, just go look for Sir Crypto. It's right there on his videos. Here's another video that he did where he's really talking about it. This is when he first kind of looked at it. I encourage you to go look at those 2 videos, and he's got real world opinions on it. Just a regular old guy investing in ICOs. He does talk about not being available to people here in the US and how he's approaching that. This video was the TED Talk. It's only 12 minutes long. I'm not going to sit here and play all these videos for y'all, but this is linked down below. And I've actually got it there twice. So then that brings me to a couple tweets that have went out, or chats or whatever, in Bidao. Apparently somebody asked a question, and they will have comprehensive summary and answers regarding their ICO when the ICO ends. Yes, you will have your own wallet holding your tokens and freely transfer them fully in your control. Also, any wallet that can hold BEP2 tokens is good to hold BID2. So that tells me in the future that if I have a wallet that can hold BEP2, that I can get it off the website. I don't trust not owning my own tokens or having them in my wallet where I control the keys. So they are putting the information out there for everybody to see. Okay. And then right here, will bid and buy be listed on Binance? And here's the answer. Hey, yes, it will be listed with a very high probability on Binance, and we are in close discussion. We are still in close discussion with Binance. I do expect that it will be on Binance since that's the main chain that they're working with, and that was 1 month ago. And that's pretty much everything that I've found on it so far. Turn my music back on. Bear with me a minute. Actually, that might be loud for y'all. Let me make sure. Oh, where'd my OBS go? Sorry if I just busted anybody's eardrums. Thank you, Crypto Loco. I mean, now it's just kind of a hangout and chat type thing. So, you know, if anybody's got anything more for me to kind of look into it on, or does anybody, for the few of y'all that are in here, does anybody have any overwhelming concerns about this project? I mean, other than the fact that yes, it's an ICO. Yes, it's DeFi. Where does anybody see any pitfalls? What are concerns? What are the downsides? And I know there's a lag or a delay between me and the chat, so I apologize on the dead air. I tell you what, while we're waiting for some of that to come in, I will let's go ahead and look at charts. I think I got what I do at charts. Let's see. Let's see, new window. Marks. Why? Let's see. Also, I was having problems with video the other day when I was trying to run my chart live. Has the video been good and not buffering on you? And how's the video quality? I know I'm trying to throw it out there in 720 or 1080 also. Let's drop down to my 90-minute. Also working on not getting copyright strikes for music all the time too. All right, I'm going to read some of the chat. Maker developing ability to cross. So Maker's working on it. I didn't know if they are or not, but they're developing. This one's starting from the ground up. Your actual concern, your insight is on how is the development. Wesley, there is a way to find out some of that information to see if there's being work. Is that what you mean? I'll pull up that website. Besides looking at GitHub, there is another way to look at it. But I can pull that website up to show you how I research projects to see if there is actually work going on. I think if you see it as it may happen, it may not. It's one of the best ICOs seen lately. Put money you can lose and just check on it once. Yeah, set it and forget it. Partnering with Chainlink sold you. That was a trigger for me. That was really a trigger for me. But if they ever deliver what they promised, as they have been doing, we just need to sit and hold back. Yeah, fine. Usually I'm gonna look at Masari. If you don't know anything about Masari, it's been a while since I've been on Masari. I haven't even looked at the Masari on this one. Masari IO. And it might not even be on here, but let's see. Bid. No, it's not on here yet. So let's see, GitHub. But yeah, on GitHub, you would have to look at the commits, basically, right? Change bid, Bidao wallet release, February 10th, official Bidao. Yeah. Okay, so here we are on GitHub. So you could go here, and then I would have to take a little bit. Open Oracle Bidao node. I usually use Masari, and chances are, if I would have typed in Bidao on Masari, it would have popped up. But I'll have to look. April, June. Here's some commits here in March. 4 commits there, 2 commits there, another commit there. On Masari, you can not only see commits, but you can see some of the lines of code. And then there are the naysayers that are out there also that say, well, they could fake, the commits and the line of code and stuff like that. But at least if you see something going on, there's something behind the back, Let's see. What am I looking for? Yeah, that's a screen. One of the screens I wanted up. So anybody else got any input or questions, concerns, naysays? Two months with no commits does not look good. Okay, there you go. I'm looking for both sides of it. March, April. Let's see, April, May. Yeah, we are in June. 74 contributions last year. Not worried about Stoller. Yes, they can. They can work anytime, and they can work 24 hours a day. And I'm not an altcoin person. But when was Justin's tweet? I'm not on Twitter. April 19th. So this was April 19th, Justin's tweet. Chainlinks was March 24th, so it was before that. Ontology was April. This was February. Finance was February, and this one was April 29th. So only coding now is website and also marketing. Maybe they have. And that's why I'm doing this, is because it is a big maybe. And I want people to understand it is a big maybe. Hey, that's, once again, that's why I do this, is so that I can learn how other people also look at other things. Tron is like a shadow now everywhere. Yeah, once again, I'm not an alt person, but from what I understand, a lot of people hate Tron or hate Justin Sun. It is what it is, you know. It doesn't matter if Tron's providing a service to one part of the world, then Tron's providing a service to one part of the world. Yeah. The John McAfee of the 2020 ICOs. Yeah, I just hear stuff here and there. I'm a no drama type person, and a lot of times when it's just somebody talking about somebody, I tend to ignore it. I'm more worried about, you know, what's the product. I mean, perfect example. People, when Tom Cruise jumped up on the couch and started jumping up and down, people talked so bad about him. But as soon as the next Mission Impossible movie released, it still made, you know, millions of dollars and was watched by tons of people and hit the top of the charts. You had for BTT. Still think it has a future like Holochain, but who knows? Yeah, I have no idea what BTT is. And for me, this is the first time I've ever put money into an ICO. When I got into crypto, there were some ICOs that I did want to try to get my hands on, and maybe I'm glad that I didn't, because I would have lost money while Bitcoin was coming down. Oh, a BitTorrent coin? BitTorrent, a lot of people use it, so there could be some promise out there. And that's another thing, you know, really. You take something like BitTorrent, and you know, there's a lot of people that know what BitTorrent is. A coin like that and I was watching this video about stocks in general, and there was a study done on stocks. As a matter of fact, I want to say, what's his name? Graham, the millionaire, the 20-year-old millionaire or 30-year-old millionaire, what he is. He's got 1.2 million subscribers. And he was talking about in a video about how stocks named pizza or named something familiar or that sounded cool, whether or not they were any good or crap, especially down in the penny stocks, just because they had a cool or recognizable name, outperformed everything else in the market. Yeah, it's already BitTorrent is already usable. It's millions of users. I used to use it all the time. So let's see. I set up. Let's go keep the chart up. Where are we at? What is going on with Bitcoin? Dogecoin is the, yeah, wasn't that coin made to be a gag? But I mean, it's got huge market cap. All right, looks like we might get some upside here in a little while. What's everything else saying? Yeah, probably gonna come up in the next hour or two. It's dead Saturday. I'm not trading any this weekend. It's just been too crazy. And once again, thank you everybody for all the likes that y'all have given me in this video. I mean, we've kind of been running 6 to 8 viewers the whole time. People popping in and out. But I really appreciate it. I've gotten overwhelming response from having the YouTube channel. The subscribership is higher than I ever expected it to be. Here before long, I might actually hit 100. Let's see what the longer term charts look like. What are my thoughts on the CEO and CTO? I think they're super intelligent kids. And they have been in my little research on them specifically, which I haven't done a ton. The one kid has already been part of several projects, and he decided to come over. To. It all started with an idea. But just winning an award that nobody else, that Apple award 3 times in a row, or 3 times, and nobody else has ever been able to duplicate it. They're smart. I'll put it that way. I haven't looked for negative opinions on just them at all, or things that they may have screwed up on. And maybe I can look at stuff like that. And try to use that as a follow-up. I really keep diving deep into this particular project. Just out of curiosity, I was playing with some settings. Is the music kind of like just barely background music, so that I know where to save these settings or to lock it in? So 12 hours says she's going down. But how far? Bearish, bullish, kind of in the center. Depends on what happens right there. Okay, now could go just a bit more down would be perfect. Yeah, overall I think it's going to come down. I mean, we really have to break 9600 and or 93. This 9300 area is really strong. Plus, you got all your major moving averages down there. But it's just doing a consolidation thing. But this one tells me it's coming down too. 6 hour. Oh, it's okay. Oh, I thought you were talking about Bitcoin. Just a bit more down would be perfect. Yeah, I really wanted it just more background than anything else. So, well, this has been about 90 minutes. I'll look into it. If there's any other projects in your short since 97.50, thinking about adding more. By the way, Bidao to 1K poker money. Yeah, there you go. I mean, and if there's any other projects that might be up and coming right now that somebody would want me to take a look at, just leave a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to look into them. I might learn something. I mean, there's some stuff out there, and I'll tell y'all that one of the ICOs whenever I first saw what an ICO was, there's a token called vote token, and it basically had to do with revolutionizing the election process by using tokens. And I never really went back and looked at it to see what it's done, how it's coming along. Granted, it would take adoptions from various governments, but I think they already had a couple governments to do that. And I have heard of different countries, cities wanting to maybe use blockchain. Yeah, I probably should add polls. Or are you saying POLL is something else as far as another token? And that might be a competitor to the vote token. There was another project from a company called Morpheus. Morpheus, it's a supply chain project, and already is working with the Department of Homeland Security and the FDA. I know a competitor to that would be, yeah, but there's another one called Vote, VOTE. There's that Morpheus one, it'll be able to track things from beginning to end. So if something's made in XYZ place, or even food chains, what fertilizer was used, what farmer did it, when was it harvested, how was it shipped, like literally you could go in and look at all that information. And there's which is very similar to beef chain, which I recently heard about, and beef chain is already being used in Wisconsin and has the support of a huge supporter of blockchain technology. That's I think from the senator of Wisconsin. Apparently, is it Wisconsin or Montana? No, Montana. It's not Wisconsin. It's Montana. But apparently Montana is like really crypto or blockchain technology friendly. And speaking of that, there's a lot of that type stuff to try to hunt and look for. I don't know if I can find it, but Florida.gov, Florida. Here in this website, I saw it at one point in time. Blockchain. Yeah, Florida.gov has a blockchain task force. When I first saw it, as soon as it said task force, I thought illegal, making blockchain illegal. And then I actually read, instead of just reading the headline, because I had just seen like a little clip, a little blue clip about a link or whatever. But here in Florida, they have a blockchain task force where they're trying to identify the economic growth and development opportunities presented by the blockchain technology. Assess the existing blockchain industry in the state. Identify innovative and successful blockchain applications currently used by industry and other governments to determine viability of state applications. Review workforce needs. Make recommendations to the government and legislature that will promote innovation and economic growth by reducing barriers and expedite the expansion of the state's blockchain industry. I mean, that's just huge for blockchain and crypto technology in general. Will be the two with the big supply chain management. Yeah, see, and I don't know what I've never researched VE chain. And there's so many alts that are out there. It's a matter of picking the right ones, or find one that speaks to something that you believe in. Just like when you buy stocks, a lot of people just want to buy stock just to buy stock, but really, if you don't use Amazon, why would you buy Amazon stock? The most successful way that you can buy stock is to buy stocks in companies that you frequent and that your friends frequent and that your next door neighbor frequent. So in that case, I guess you would use Amazon. Singularity, since the U.S. is, yeah. That's going to be a curious one when AI and blockchain start kind of combining. AI is going to be great, but it can be super scary. But yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. Whenever I saw that they had it, and as a matter of fact, I think that they already completed some of their stuff and have already made recommendations. So the 3 hour. All right, so on the 3 hour, looks like we've got somewhat of a double bottom right here. So she might want to pop back up here in the little 3 hour time frame. Let's, you know what? While I'm here, who knows the ticker for Maker? Could I just type Maker up here? Maker Tether. Maker Tether. Maker US dollar. Let's look at it that way. Yeah, $486 on Maker. When did Maker come into existence? Let's get rid of some of this stuff so we can just look at it clean. Let's see, marketcipher A, you can go away. What am I looking at? Support and resistance. So Maker was July of 2018. Had its little spike. Got to a weekly. Everything had a spike right there. Wow, that was ugly for anybody that bought Maker up at the top, huh? So even Maker suffered through this bear market. The hell? Those numbers can't be right. $167,000? That can't be right. Maybe there's a better chart for me to look at. Maker tether. When's this? Okay, I'll go with this chart a little better. So Maker was up to $800. CoinGecko or on-chain FX for Maker's history. Its highs and its lows. Yeah, I like CoinGecko and Coin Paprika. Especially if there's something that might be on some exchange somewhere I want to try to get my hands on, but usually I'll go and look and then it's on some obscure exchange and then I'll say, no, I don't really want to deal with it. Jeez. Yeah, I don't really like Coin Market Cap so much. CoinGecko, MKR. Market cap 24 hours circulating. Does this give you I don't know if that's what I want. Let's go back to the overview. Maker, Reddit, Twitter, GitHub's there. That's to USD. How many makers to USD? Market cap, dominance, trading volume. There's a lot of good information here. All-time high 1798. All-time low was when we hit the 3850 mark. So it was up to $2,000. Wow. We're close to it. Maker to Bitcoin ratio. That's like on altcoins. I don't even go on Binance and try to trade them because you're talking about pairings and all that. I'm more of a rather buy it and hodl it type person. Oh wow, up to 10 likes now. Only 7 people viewing. When you got likes to views that are higher, that's a pretty good thing. I appreciate it again, everybody. Now I just need to figure out. I need to figure out on these live streams how to let that chat box play whenever somebody watches it back. I mean, I know it's in the screen, but it's kind of hard to see. And I really want the chat box on it, so that's one of my next big projects on this new stream. Well, it's been 100 minutes. So what is that? Over an hour and a half. I think that's plenty. I'm gonna go through and edit this video, and potentially timestamp it. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. So I want to take, that way people can access various information that might be key or important, or bounce around the video if they want to. Central Europe time, yeah, you were just telling me about that. I'm on crypto time. I sometimes I'm up early in the morning, sometimes I'm up late at night, sometimes it's midday. And that's why, with the streams, and here, if anybody has watched it all the way to the end, or if they do watch it all the way to the end, this would be something else that maybe people can comment about. And maybe I'll add it in the description for people to leave the comment until I can figure out how to do polls. But like time frame wise, I'm thinking about doing live streams 3 times a week. And what I'm thinking about, this is what my plans are for the live streams, is to, because I have an obligation on Thursday nights. Actually Saturday. I already missed something today, I think. Yeah, I already missed something today. I want to do one live stream midday for me, like before it fell asleep in mid trade. Well, you should have had a stop loss, man. But I want to do one day midday for me, Central Standard Time. One day midday for me, one day kind of in the mornings, and one day at nights. That way people like yourself that are in Europe, or people that's in Australia, or people that's in America, there's a day that they know that, if they want to join the live stream, that they can come in and join the live stream. But I haven't figured out the days. I think I really want them to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. But I haven't figured out what times I'm going to put on what day. And I may do Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. That might be a good one too. But I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out of here. Thank you for showing up, Cryptoversity, Wesley. Who else we got? And thank y'all for all your participation and everything. John, appreciate you. Doc Gunslinger, Crypto Loco. That Crockpot. And anybody else that may be listening kind of in the background or whatnot, thank you for coming to the live stream. Anybody that views this video later on, thank you for viewing the video. I really appreciate it. And please make any comments, suggestions, constructive criticisms. I'm very new to this. Still consider myself a newbie in crypto. Yeah, till next time. And there, in between those other videos, those other live streams, I may pop out a video here and there if something big happens on Bitcoin or something like that. I plan on this new headset that I have for any of you that's been here. I don't know if y'all have noticed the difference in the audio quality. I did a lot of work on that a few days ago. I actually spent about 3 or 4 hours working with a very nice gentleman that messaged me and told me that he would help me out, and we did some audio settings and stuff like that. An Italian guy, somebody all the way across the world, said, hey, I'll help you out. But yep. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good evening and be safe out there. You know, I'm not going to tell y'all all the other stuff like watch out for the virus and all that. Everybody knows what to do. Just be safe.